So for this camp, in any given day, Ryan wakes up and he runs like Forrest Gump. And he doesn't have to, but he does.
How you feel?
Amazing.
He said 7 punches not gonna do it. I said, if you didn't put in the contract that I can't throw more than 7 punches, then I'd throw more than that.
Because Ryan is an elite fighter, he's a knockout artist, among the best fighters in the world today. They want to take every step to try to control the amount of strength he's going to have the next day.
The day you sparring Ryan, just 2 days, right?
Yeah. Just like one day he like forgot his tampon, he just started bleeding all over the place. So yeah. 52 years, bro. And it's in the hood, bro. It hasn't closed down yet. You know why? Because this place is good.
Way more explain. Ryan's fast as shit. Ain't nobody gonna say Ryan's not one of the fastest fighters. And I look way faster at 47, way more explosive, way more durable.
Ryan Garcia is putting in relentless work in his camp. And with Romero helping him during training, together they are sharpening his focus, speed, and confidence as he prepares for Mario Barrios.
Hey, go forward now. Yeah. Ahí, ándale, rico, arriba, abajo y arriba. Arriba, abajo, eso. Adelante y atrás. Échale, hijo, 5 minutes here. A ver, and 1 and 1.
Ryan Garcia focuses on speed and power in training camp, sharpening skills with relentless daily effort.
Una, dos, tres. Y luego 4 y 5. La que están haciendo para 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y aquí. Sí, bueno, ya. 3, 4, 5. Y ahora. After. 3, 4, 5.
Romero joins Ryan Garcia's training camp, driving intensity each day, sharpening speed, power, and focus with relentless dedication. Ryan Garcia emphasizes the importance of surrounding himself with positive, experienced people in camp, keeping him motivated and focused.
Whenever somebody's tired or feeling down that day, we're picking each other up.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We feel so good. We're in this together.
We're like the same person, different hair color.
It's just good to have like-minded people that are ready to take advantage of the opportunities, and we're not gonna let it slip. We're all building our own legacy, and when we get in the ring, you guys are gonna see something special.
Romero and Ryan Garcia, having sparred before, now train together with mutual respect, supporting each other's growth daily.
Like that. There you go, nice.
Mario Barrios remains confident, stressing his experience and longer ring presence, claiming every advantage against Ryan Garcia in this fight.
The advantages I have coming to this fight is just overall just like everything. You know, my experience, you know, who I've been in the ring with, who I faced. I think, you know, the boxing IQ, I think I have that on my side. You know, heart. I think, yeah.
He does have experience, more experience.
Max Kellerman and Robert Garcia shared honest reactions to the announcement of Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios and focused heavily on Ryan's training situation rather than pure talent. They pointed out that Garcia is currently working with his father instead of high-profile trainers like Eddie Reynoso, Derek James, or Joe Goosen. Robert Garcia explained that Ryan's father guided him through a strong amateur foundation, so the experience is real, but he questioned why Garcia moved through several elite coaches before returning home. To him, that pattern suggests problems with structure and authority inside camp.
His dad, which I'm not saying the dad is not, you know, the dad brought him through the amateurs, but when he left his dad or went to seek a different trainer, before he came back to his dad, he went through 3 different trainers. Wow. That means what do you mean? All 3 are not good enough to, you know, they're all 3 are the best in the world.
Here's the question. Did Ryan Garcia ever allow those trainers to be the boss?
That's why he's back with his dad, because he's the boss. That's why.
Yeah.
Look, Joe Goosen, I know Joe Goosen. My brother used to train with him. He's not gonna just let you get away with stuff like that. Derek James shouldn't either. Eddie Reynoso doesn't need. He's made so much money with Canelo that if you want to come to me, it's gonna be under my rules. And if that didn't work, then Ryan's back. So that's I keep that big advantage.
Kellerman raised an important question about discipline. He wondered whether Garcia ever fully allowed those respected trainers to take control because top coaches demand rules, accountability, and consistency. Fighters cannot simply choose what they want to do each day. Robert added that trainers like Reynoso or James already train champions and will not bend standards for anyone. If a boxer cannot accept that, leadership progress becomes difficult. Both analysts suggested this instability could give Mario Barrios an edge. Barrios is known for steady preparation, size, and ring experience, and structure inside camp may determine the fight's outcome.
To Barrios to even pull that off.
See, that's the thing about boxing, and Big Baby Miller pointed it out, because there's no structure. And hopefully that'll happen with Zuffa Boxing, and I am a part of Zuffa Boxing, full disclosure. You know, the first fight coming up on the 23rd.
Oh, congrats,
But you need some kind of.
On that card,
there you go. Good. You need some kind of.
Right?
So, well, the undercard has not been announced yet, but yeah, we could talk about
what names, but yeah.
But we need some kind of structure. In the NFL, the guy has to sit there for the media interview. He shows up on time. Yep. He's got to do it. Yep. And to give you an NFL analogy, think about the Broncos, right? When they had Russell Wilson over there, and he had his own office and everything, and it was nothing. It was dysfunctional. Then they hired Sean Payton.
Cut it out.
As a coach, that's like going to train with Goosen or going to train with a world-class trainer, right? And you knew as soon as Sean Payton got there, ain't no one's going to have their own office, and you turn around a couple years later.
Boxing analyst Wade Plemons offered a thoughtful perspective on the upcoming Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios clash. He raised the timeless question, does a coach make the fighter, or does the fighter make the coach? Plemons highlighted Joe Goosen's long track record as a respected boxing trainer, noting his ability to shape fighters, with Barrios now working under Goosen. The analyst questioned whether the veteran coach could provide new tools or insights that Barrios had not previously received from Bob Santos. Plemons also pointed out the intrigue of Garcia's confidence, suggesting Ryan believes he already understands what Barrios and his camp intend to do.
Very interesting answer. I always wonder, who makes a fighter, right? Especially in boxing, combat sports. Is it a coach that makes the fighter or the fighter that makes the coach? Now, Joe Goosen has a track record of being a high-level boxing coach. We know that. But do coaches change fighters, or do they implement what they know to fighters and fighters change for coaches? Because this will be the crux of what happens here. Can Joe Goosen, not to call Mario Barrios old, but can he teach an old dog new tricks? Can he give him something that Bob Santos hasn't? Sure. Can he give him more info about what Ryan likes to do? Absolutely. But will it be enough to prepare him for what Ryan knows that Joe knows? and how Joe trains fighters and how Joe runs a camp and how rigid he might be. And even that last part, Ryan's talking about information leaking maybe from Joe, or that Joe was leaking information about Barrios, or about, I'm not sure who he was talking about, Ryan or about Barrios, but Ryan again.
He even hinted at Garcia's claims of knowing inside details about Barrios' preparation, though the significance of such information remains uncertain. Ultimately, Plemons emphasized that the fight is not only about physical skill, but also about the relationship between coach and fighter. Can Goossen instill fresh strategies in Barrios, or will Garcia's familiarity with Goossen's methods give him the edge? The analysis underscores how experience, preparation, and the coach-fighter dynamic may make Garcia and Barrios finally meet in the ring.
About the chaos in the corner, or not maybe chaos, but kind of misdirection in the corner of the Manny Pacquiao fight, where Bob Santos is saying one thing and other cornermen are saying, that are part of Mario's kind of OG team, are saying another. I think it's pretty well known that I would assume well known that Mario Barrios' dad used to train him, and I don't know if he was in the corner or it was somebody else, but there was a miscommunication, it seemed like, from even the people in the corner around the strategy of the Barrios fight, or what they wanted to do against Manny Pacquiao. And let's just say I heard from sources there were a lot of frustrations that came out of that fight with how Barrios went into that fight, how he performed in that fight, and how directions were listened to from either one side or the other. It felt like it was a bit of a confusing thing. So when you have that kind of a situation, you feel like you need to make a move. One person's going to get left out in the dust, and it's probably not someone that's either one.
Ryan Garcia's trainer spoke confidently about his fighter's discipline and weight management, insisting that this camp looks completely different from the past. He explained that once Garcia locks in mentally, everything else follows. Turning to the 140 pounds division is a realistic and strong possibility. He stressed that Garcia can comfortably make the limit without struggle and still maintain strength and energy.